Hey guys, what is up? Samvat here and I'm back with another video. So guys, today I just wanted to talk to you about the new iPad Pro. So I just wanted to talk to you about whether, can the iPad Pro actually replace a laptop or a computer? So let's get started. So guys, first things first, let me just give you some specifications of the new iPad Pro. So guys, first of all, it has a massive 12.9-inch display. Yes, a 12.9-inch display. This is the biggest iPad that Apple has ever made. Now, it can compete with such tablets such as the Surface Pro and other such tablet computers. So, when Apple made this, it mainly aimed the iPad Pro at people who wanted to do like a lot of editing and stuff like that. But yeah guys, the specs of this tablet is actually really good. First of all, it has a 2.2 gigahertz processor. It has 4 gigabytes of RAM, which is a lot. It has an 8 megapixel camera, which is not too bad. It comes in 32 or 128 GB internal storage, and yeah guys, it has a fingerprint sensor. Yeah. Okay, so the iPad Pro, it starts at around $800, which is a lot of money actually. And Apple wants you to buy the Apple Pencil and also the keyboard, which will like fully make it like fully functional. And if you add those two in, it can like cost you around $1,100 to $1,200, which is a lot of money. So it in price wise, it really does match a good laptop or some MacBook out there, which is actually, so it is pretty expensive. So you have to like really consider whether or not to buy this. But the specs of the iPad Pro itself is pretty good. The size is amazing, so it can do like a laptop. But the only thing that's actually keeping the iPad Pro back is the OS, which is iOS. See, the problem is that the iPad Pro, it isn't using all of its specs very well. They've put in iOS, which it cannot. iOS can, as an operating system, is not meant for computers. It cannot handle such Windows and Mac OS X applications like Mac and Windows can. It cannot handle those type of applications. You don't have those type of applications on it. So it's actually Apple has limited the iPad Pro way too much with iOS. Apple might have made the iPad much better if it went with like what Microsoft did with the Surface Pro and all. It put whole Windows operating system onto a tablet, which was actually a really, really good smart decision. Now, but otherwise, the iPad Pro actually has really good specs. It's just that iOS is keeping it back, so you can't do as much as you can on a computer that on the iPad Pro, because iOS itself is just the main problem with it. So and plus, right now the features in the iPad Pro 2 are, they're not like totally up to date. First of all, Apple has no Force Touch. Apple didn't include the 12 megapixel camera or any 4K shooting. So it's in features, Apple didn't make it as good as the iPhone 6s in features. Basically, what Apple tries to do, I think, is it tries to like increase the sale a lot for the second generation iPad. It's the same thing that they did with the mini right here. In the second generation, they put in Retina display. They put in all the new features that you actually have in iOS 9 in the iPad Mini 2, but they like left them out on the iPad Mini 1. So yeah, and the problem is that Apple's first generation products are not always very good, because it's more like Apple is trying to test to see whether or not the product does well, and in the second generation they actually make that product much better. It's the same thing that they did and are going to do with the Apple Watch. Okay, so yeah, guys, that is about it. So ultimately, can it replace a computer? Well, I would say yes and no. I mean, yes, because it has really good hardware. So the on hardware part, Apple has really kept the iPad Pro up to date. It has a awesome display, a really big one. It's pretty light, like if you're comparing it to a laptop. It has a good camera. It has fingerprint sensors. It has 2.2 gigahertz processor, which is actually pretty fast. It has an 8 megapixel camera and 4 gigabytes of RAM. So on the hardware side, Apple has not made any compromises. On the hardware side, it's actually really good. It's the software that limits the iPad Pro. Okay, guys, that is about it for this video. If this video helped you, please hit that like button, and please, guys, subscribe to my channel for more such content. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, peace.